Alright, good evening ladies. If you're watching this video, most likely the Ethereum ETFs have now been approved by the SEC. This is a complete 180 from a week ago when there was like a 10% chance, people were given a 10% chance that the SEC would approve these ETFs. It seems like someone is pulling the puppet strings from above, and the current administration are kind of seeing that their anti-crypto narrative is losing them votes. As you can see from this chart, Trump is now kind of leading the race and is the most likely candidate to win. And he is also, as it happens, now accepting crypto donations to his presidential campaign. So I think both parties are starting to realize that you're not winning any votes by being anti-crypto, but you are winning a lot of votes by being pro-crypto. And now we have both parties both fighting to pump our bags the hardest. This is a complete change from sorry about the light there, from like a year ago when all American regulation was super anti-crypto. So this is a really fun time. This is going to be a really fun cycle for crypto with this, with both parties really trying to pump our bags. As you can see, Ethereum pumped 20% in a single day on the news that these ETFs would most likely be approved. And if you're watching this and the ETFs get rejected, then the rest of this video is probably completely pointless. I'm probably joking, but Ethereum's probably going to dump, and all the Ethereum ecosystem is probably also going to dump, which could be a potential buying opportunity. But let's just go on with the fact that the most likely scenario plays out, because maybe by the time you're watching this video, it's a couple of days from now already, and I think they're set to be either approved or rejected within the next couple of days. So Ethereum added the entire market cap of Solana in a single day. And you know I've been a Solana bull this whole cycle. I don't think I'm holding pretty much any spot Ethereum, although I do have a lot of fingers in the pies of various Ethereum ecosystem plays, including NFTs, including layer 2s. So we'll go through all of those, what I think are the best Ethereum beta plays, like how you can actually take advantage of this Ethereum ETF being approved, because even if Ethereum gets 20% of the flows that Bitcoin did in Bitcoin's ETF, we saw how much Bitcoin ripped before, leading up, during, and after the introduction of the ETFs, and we have all that to look forward to for Ethereum. Potentially down the road with Solana as well, that would be cool, but you know, that's going to be a whiles away yet. Yeah, as we can see from the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, like there was nothing saving Ethereum. There was no bottom in sight, in my opinion, except finally we've got some really positive news for Ethereum, and now finally Ethereum has a strong narrative again. And I put a little smiley face there where Ethereum bottom versus Bitcoin and these ETFs got approved, or rumored to be approved. But as you can see from that chart, Ethereum versus Bitcoin is only up 10 or 15%. It's not that much. Like, I don't think this move is already played out yet. I think Ethereum is likely to perform well versus Bitcoin over the coming cycle and over the coming few months in the midterm. I'm probably going to now perform quite well for the entire cycle versus the USD. I wasn't so bullish on it before, but now it has a real narrative again. So, you know, there are potential plays that we could be looking at. And even if Ethereum, like I said, only gets like 20% of the flows that the Bitcoin ETF got, or maybe somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 30% of the flows, let's say, you know, Ethereum is only like 30% the market cap of Bitcoin. So that's going to have a huge impact on the price of Ethereum. It also has some other good narratives that Bitcoin doesn't. It has the green narrative in the fact that Ethereum is a staking chain, so it uses like 99.9% less energy than Bitcoin, which is very good for the whole woke movement, for the whole green eco movement. So it has that good narrative, and it also has Larry Fink with the tokenization narrative. So, you know, it has Larry Fink with the tokenization narrative, and also with TradFi loves yield. Ethereum has staking built into it, so there's a 5% yield on Ethereum staking. But we have yet to see whether the SEC includes staking or allows staking within the Ethereum ETS. It sounds quite like a security, so they might deny that. But there is some positive narratives that Ethereum has over Bitcoin that could lead some funds to choose Ethereum ETFs over Bitcoin ETFs. Now, the Ethereum ETF is not going to trade for a good while, so we have that entire run up to look forward to for Ethereum. Like, when the Bitcoin ETF was rumored to be approved, or when it was approved, Bitcoin shot up, but then it grinded up all the way until the Bitcoin ETF was actually live and trading, and then it had a bit of a dump, and that became because Grayscale dumped a load of their Bitcoin on the market, and Bitcoin had a bit of a crash then, but because all the people in the Grayscale Bitcoin ETFs were just speculators, they weren't really Bitcoin holders, they were just doing a trade, an arbitrage trade. So potentially the same thing could happen with Ethereum, but then obviously after a couple of weeks, Bitcoin then ripped again. So I'm not going to be leverage trading the Ethereum ETF. I don't know. Like, that's what happened with Bitcoin. I don't know if Ethereum's going to play out the same. I think there's way better risk to reward than leverage trading going on chain into the Ethereum ecosystem. So the nice thing about Ethereum is that Ethereum is the tide that rises all boats in the Ethereum ecosystem. Like, I know the Bitcoin ETF helped the rest of crypto to rise alongside it, but it wasn't like a direct, it was just more of like a proxy. Oh, Bitcoin's going up, the rest of crypto, people will buy the rest of crypto, so that will go up as well. Whereas with Ethereum, everything's linked back into Ethereum in the Ethereum ecosystem. So the price of Ethereum really dictates like the price of everything else in the Ethereum ecosystem to some extent. Like, what I mean is, say the price of Ethereum is $1,000 versus the price of Ethereum is $5,000. So if someone buys 1 ETH worth of a meme coin or 1 ETH of an ERC20 coin, as opposed to someone when Ethereum's 5k, if someone's buying 1 ETH of the same meme coin, that's going to have 5 times the price impact in US dollar terms versus when Ethereum is $1,000. So Ethereum is meant to be used on chain. It's meant to be spent on chain. People will spend it on memes. People will spend it on NFTs, spend it in layer 2s, spend it on ERC20s, etc., etc. And this is a good way to think about it from base carbon. The on-chain wealth effect from an ETH ETF approval is orders of magnitude larger than a Bitcoin approval. It would be unlike anything you've ever seen this cycle. So what, in my opinion, is the best Ethereum beta over the next midterm or for the entire cycle? Probably not a huge surprise, but it's probably Ethereum memes. And the biggest Ethereum memes include Pepe, definitely the biggest one, well over, I think it's about 5 billion in a market cap right now. And it's somewhat of coin of its own. Like, I know Sheeb used to be on Ethereum, but people never really thought about Sheeb being the ETH meme coin. But Pepe is on Ethereum. It's kind of considered an ETH meme coin, but it's kind of a meme coin by itself, if you know what I mean. I think MOG and Bitcoin, ticker Bitcoin, Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10, Inu, ticker Bitcoin, I think they're both kind of considered Ethereum memes. And I was actually just looking at MOG the other day, and I was very close to buying a decent bag of it, and now I've missed this nice pump here. I'm devastated, but I do think MOG is a very funny meme. And so I think Pepe, MOG, and Bitcoin, like, these are all very high market caps, potentially have pumped a lot in the short term, but if you want to get into the Ethereum beta, could look for an entry on some of these. If we do get a pullback, I only hold ticker Bitcoin because I wanted to buy MOG, but I missed it. And here's me fumbling 6 figures on Pepe. I actually bought it way back in the day and sold it for 2x overnight. So it was like a $300 gain, which would have been worth 100k right now. But you live and you learn. But all of these are like 100 million, if not billions in market cap. Is there any smaller market cap memes, sir? So yeah, there was a on-chain meme season back the summer before last, or last summer. Actually, it was only last summer. But Ethereum memes, like back then, Ethereum meme coins were the thing, not Solana meme coins, believe it or not. People just put up with the gas fees, and the gas fees weren't crazy because it was the bear market. But some of those old memes could make a comeback, and they're all very low market cap relative to those big ones that I mentioned. Obviously higher risk, obviously don't have anywhere near the same kind of market share, but I'll still mention them. Haven't really bought into them myself, but if that's something you're interested in, I might as well mention them. So there's Joe, so that's this meme right here. You might have seen it a little bit on Twitter, people using that meme. That's made a little bit of a comeback. I always thought SPX 6900, they used to put out some really funny videos. I kind of like that meme, so I bought a very, very small amount of that. And with SPX 6900, you can actually buy it on ETH the base chain or Sol. So if you want to avoid the gas fees, you can obviously just buy it on base or Sol. And as well with Mog, not Pepe, but with Mog and Harry Potter, I'm pretty sure Harry Potter as well, you can buy that on base chain as well if you want. If you want to avoid the gas fees, which you might as well avoid the gas fees if you want to get in and out of these. So personally at the moment, I would be looking for entry onto those, probably the blue chip memes are probably the best risk to reward when it comes to Ethereum beta for the next few months. I'll probably avoid the layer 2 coins like Optimism and Arbitrum. Like, there's no real compelling narrative for them just yet, or potentially ever. They're basically just useless governance tokens that, again, no one really cares about or uses. But other ways you could look at, like, as I said, the entire ETH ecosystem is going to perform well on the back of this. So you could farm the base chain airdrop. I'm like pretty sure, more than 50% sure, that there's going to be a base airdrop within the next 12 months. I think that's going to be huge. Like, I think Coinbase are going to release a base governance token at some point, and you know, for people who've been using base, that's probably going to be a very, very big airdrop. And basically go into the base chain, use it. If you don't have time to use it, or you want to farm it even more, use Farmbase. It's a automated farming bot. So you just throw it some ETH from Coinbase, or you throw it from Binance, so it thinks it's a Sybil friendly that way. Don't send it from your personal wallet, and then it will farm the base chain airdrop for you. So the link is in the description if you want to use that. I would also be looking at farming the Blast airdrop. That's happening soon. If you're not already farming it, maybe it's a little bit late, but if you are farming it, like, look at all the other things that you can do in the Blast ecosystem. Obviously there's Fantasy Top, but there's a few other ones that I've mentioned. Even stuff like Friendtech, the Friendtech token, as well as Friendtech keys, Friendtech club room keys, Ethereum NFTs. Probably not the time to be buying NFTs at this point in the cycle, but keep them on your radar, because at some point there's going to be a crazy NFT season again, probably towards the latter half of the cycle, when, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, they've all kind of somewhere near their tops, and maybe you're taking a pullback. That's generally when when NFTs start to really go crazy and parabolic. So obviously, like, Pudgy Penguins would be the leader in Ethereum NFTs, as well as like Bored Apes and CryptoPunks, but probably all of those are a little bit out of the leagues of most people watching, but you know, there's smaller collections within those collections as well. Alright, so that was just a quick video as an update to this big news of the Ethereum ETFs. If you want to join my Telegram, I'll leave the link in the description, because obviously I can't be doing these videos very up to the minute. I have a full-time job, so, you know, but I can be sending Telegram messages all throughout the day of everything I'm thinking and everything I'm doing. So if you want that quick up-to-date alpha, join the Telegram. Really hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.